Welcome and blessings to you all. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm the Guru Mama. So, welcome. I'm trying to get straight in my chair here. I might bring in a little bit of swear words. You just never know. Never know what's going to fly out. And we're going to talk about the crazy cosmic highway today. And what else we're going to talk about? Oh, just shake my head at the world today and some of the shenanigans that are going on just with people, like shit that's going down. Oh, it's you just want people to love one another, right? You just want to have everybody, let's just love one another. Let's just get along. But man, there is some crazy shenanigans that are going on in this world, and all I can say is that's bringing some beautiful Hawaiian energy and send out some ho'oponopono to the world today. Ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono. So let's get into some of the cray of the energies. So we begin. The moon is still in Taurus, but you know what's going to happen? Oh, it's just like there's so much going to happen this week. I just like, oh my God, maybe is it too early to start drinking? Just saying. Nope, hang on, can't do that because Neptune is on Bacchus. I mean, come on. This is like a lower form of Neptune appearing right now. So maybe I don't want to start anything in my, I'll just have my, do you know that Starbucks has a coffee creamer? It has some really nice coffee creamers. So I'll just take another sip of my coffee. I got cinnamon dolce today. Just a little dab, not a lot, just a little bit. And this is where we're at. We're at this energy to clear with what you have to do. This is about clearing with what you have to do. There's also with that lower form of Neptune that's coming in, is that if you've been struggling or if you've been with any type of addiction, especially drugs and alcohol. So this has to do with drugs and alcohol. And you've been doing well. This is a week that could get you to fall off the wagon. This is a week where people will, if they've been clean for a while, with this energy, you may see them relapse or people relapsing in some way. So just to be aware of it. So if that is you, if that's how you have been feeling, then definitely reach out if you have a sponsor, reach out if you are part of a group or you have a counselor or a coach or whomever to reach out, because this could be where we're going to see some ODs happening or some crazy things like that happening, going on. So just to be aware of it. I know I have my hair sticking out, have to, to be aware of that for your own well-being. There's also with that, it is very, we have some powerhouse of energy that's coming in. So the energies are very strong and they're very forceful. And we also have where Mars is really coming up to that and I'm just, there I am. So last degrees of any sign, what is going on? A moving coming in. So the planets come to this degree. It's a turbocharged crisis energy. So there's a turbocharge of Mars coming in. Mars is ready to get the fuck out of Cancer. Like he's just like, all motion and all these changes and everything just moving. I just want constant. Yeah, I know I froze. So I froze, but I come back. Hey, you just never know. Mercury's retrograde. So with Mars, we may be ready to blow. And since Mars is in Cancer, it's an emotional blow up. So you might find over the next couple days, you're a little bit angry, you're a little bit antsy, and that energy is coming in. And if you have any planets, any in Cancer, well, it might just heighten. And I know for myself, my moon's in there, my rising sign's in there. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to boot Mars out the house. I'm ready to say, get out of here, buddy, because I'm tired of all this kind of stuff. So I'm really don't want that happening. Am I still frozen? Just an FYI, I'm just asking because someone, I know Raylene said I'm frozen. Just making sure to see if I'm still frozen or not, or if I've been kicked off of anything. Could have been kicked off. So anyways, I'm just going to continue on with that. And hello. And since Mars, we may be ready to blow up. And with that, Mars in Cancer. I'm good now. Yes. Thanks, Tessa. Hey, Cynthia. So we've been holding back. If you've been holding back on anything, now this is where I say that people can go off the deep end. We can do these blow ups. This is where if you are, have any addictions, it could be a lot of emotion that you're carrying with you at this time. And plus we're in between eclipses, cause, weird things to, with the tides, it causes weird, with our own energy system. So being aware of that. So if you've been holding anything back and in what you've been feeling, that can come out really cray roaring. So you might have, or you might see something explode, and your emotions can drive you to take actions. And this can be good with anything that requires you to push through in a big way. So if you're doing a clearing and you need to get through something, or you're ready to let go because there's huge karmic energy coming in with the balsamic moon. So the balsamic moon is in the dark phases. It's, this is where you add a little bit of vinegar to your salad, the balsamic vinegar to your salad. This is really causing or bringing forth a change. And it could be in a big way, but it often leads to being impulsive and irrational, and that only breeds more trouble. And in Cancer, we may struggle with with being subjective and only see things the way we want to see them. We don't want to see them any other way. We want it this way. It's like the Four of Cups. I only want it this way. Hence, but we didn't get the Four of Cups today. We got the Five of Wands reversed. So it is about the lack of taking action. It is about us maybe sitting back and not dealing with the emotions that we need to deal with. And when we're emotional, we fight over that. And we may be more passive aggressive, though, rather than anything physical. But physical outlets can help us with this intense energy. So going for a walk, jogging, swimming, punching things out, that could be really something that would be extremely helpful as well, because it is intense and emotional. And we feel like the foundation of something isn't very solid. So we might be scrambling, so our foundation doesn't feel very strong. We have Pluto retrograde. We have that Saturn squaring Uranus coming up. I mean, that's high, that's intense, that's bringing in a lot of change. Like there's this change of energy's really changing. We'll be coming in to a new season. So with the end coming to the end of Gemini, we got a new moon, and then we're going to be coming to the end of Gemini, going into a new season, a new energy. Cancer brings in a lot of radical changes, overthinking. I mean, we have that square with Mercury and Neptune, there's over fucking thinking. We're just like, oh my God, it's got to be this way. And Neptune's like, no, you got you're shouldn't you're not thinking the right way. So we have that intensity that is coming forward. And with that intensity, there is, things that we have to look at. And, with Mars, is a little bit antsy. And then from June 9th to 11th, its opposite transit to Pluto comes with the solar eclipse in Gemini in the middle of the 10th. Yikes, that's strong. I mean, we're heading into the weathering storm. No, Cynthia, you never overthink. You're fine. You're perfect. So this is coming in that with the Gemini in the middle on the 10th, and that, we're going to have that new moon at 19 degrees. 19 degrees, yes. Looking over my notes, have my notes all over here. It's important to focus, and that in a disciplined, healthy way. So starting a yoga routine, meditation, going for a walk, getting the energies out. For you personally, the impact is focused on areas of life ruled by the house in your natal chart at 29 degrees Cancer. So what is going on at 29 degrees and other things in your chart that are around 29 degrees? They're going to be activated. So we have an activation that's coming in here, and that will be big energy during this time. So something big this is going to be, and try to plan accordingly. So this is where, Mars is moving in, but he's going to be moving into Leo on Friday. So after the solar eclipse, after this, and the solar eclipse is a ring fire eclipse. So we have this fiery energy coming in air. So what does that mean? That means there's big energy coming in, mutable energy that's coming in, transformational energy that's coming in. Then Mars goes into Leo. Mars in Leo it's a hard aspect, right? Because he's coming out of water and he's going straight into the Leo energy. So think of Leo the Lionheart, the king, Leo the Lionheart. He was a very, I think he almost bankrupt England with him going to war and always warring, always, fighting for God. So you might be finding that there is a lot of fighting for this, for God, or religious wars, or things to do with what are dogmatic. That's what we may be seeing. A lot of things that are dogmatic. And with that energy, with that Mars going into Leo, is very roar. You have the roar of the lion, war with the war of fighting. So there's conflict that's coming in, because we also got the Tower reversed. So there's something big there. There's something bigger than what we, that you might have been sort of not wanting to deal with, but now you have to deal with it. And it's there and it's in our face, and we got to work it out. And you can't be turning, you can't. You can't go like, I can't see it. I'm still eating my cookie, but you can't see me eating the cookie. No, I'm sorry. That's not going to work. So this is where, with the focus on the impacts for the sign, and with the sun and rising, it's also focusing on the impact of this fixed T square that's coming in, that will be in effect with Mars in Leo. So we have this crazy energy coming forth that is transformational. Now, just a little side note that I just want to bring in on hold on. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Mars in Leo is a very it is a very hard aspect. It's an aspect that we need to really watch how we are going to go forward with it. This is also where we're going to be finding that and looking at, and I love this saying, and I love it, and it came from an astrologer, and she said, we are cauldrons of others. So we are allowing for that cauldron. We are the cauldron of others that are allowing for the transformation to happen. But we are not the ones to make it happen. We hold the space for them to go through it. And that's what we're doing. So for many of us who are light workers, we are holding the space for others to go through their transformation and changes. We can't pull them out of the cocoon. So like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, you can't cut the cocoon and take the butterfly out. You can't knock the egg and take the chick out. The chick has to work its way out. The cocoon has to open up. They have to do the work. If you're doing the work for them, they will die. And that's where we're at. It's like we have to allow for that space, that understanding, helping them to bring in the clarification that they need, leading them or showing them doorways. This is the doorway that can help you. Here are some tools for your toolkit that are going to help you with this transformation. Having them take the responsibility for their own lives. That's the biggest part. And what we're seeing in the world today is that it is going to be a difficult change for us. And we are going to be seeing some crazy things come out throughout this week and this eclipse. And even, with this new moon, being in a new moon Gemini, and with Mercury retrograde, we are coming up to Jupiter slowing down. Jupiter will be going retrograde, and then Neptune going retrograde. We have this energy of making change in our life, and that change that we need to make in our life is not it's not exactly an easy one. And what I wrote today and what I put out today on my page, let me find it here, is about a group hug. And just about everyone you know is going to need a hug this week. The approaching Sun-Neptune square on June 13th brings out people's private anxieties and emotional insecurities, putting them on show for the entire world. People will feel vulnerable and like they're emotionally naked. They'll be uncharacteristically weepy, needy, and hopelessly self-confessional. Now, some of you have been probably already feeling that a lot. This will be okay when dealing with loved ones and friends because they're comfortable saying and doing just about anything in front of you. However, it may prove awkward with a boss or a client because they could divulge a lot of things about them that they didn't mean to. But then again, this is unexpected intimacy could prove to be a wonderful icebreaker. In any case, be ready to treat the whole thing like it never happened when the sun moves out of range of Neptune on June 19th. This is when everyone will claim that they don't remember what happened. It's like things that happen with Neptune are very spell casting and very ghostly. And Neptune, with that expansive energy is very ghostly. This has been where many clients or many people have been seeing more ghosts or apparitions and things like that, being connected more with people who've passed over during this time. Also, where people have been ghosting you, on social media or something along that line. So this is very much a interesting energy with that. And with this energy, it is letting us to know that, there are going to be this information, this energy that's going to come forth. It's going to, show us, and then show us some truths, maybe that, show us truths that we don't want to see or hear or believe, but we know that we have to take action on them in some way. There's got to be some kind of action that we have to take. And in that brings in a lot of emotion, a lot of overreaction. Might even bring in some form of crisis within you, a crisis that's happening. But know through it all, we do have the sun. The sun is there. The sun is coming out. The sun, Leo, is showing us. I gotta show you this disruption. I gotta show you the crap that's been going on in order for the change. So it is going to get very radical. It's going to get radical. Um, that's why I started off with sending Ho'oponopono out to the world, because it is going to get really fucking crazy out there. And there is going to be a lot of talk about revenge. Revenge is a big one that keeps coming in, and wanting to take action. People are angry. They want to have revenge on something or someone or a country. So there's that anxiety that's there. But there's also this beautiful abundance that can be brought from all of this through accepting the changes that we need to make in order for us to grow and expand. So the expansion is there. Venus being in Cancer is wanting us to feel the love and, come on in. I'll give you that hug. I'll give you that energy that you need in order for you to feel safe and secure, in order for you to go through the transformation and changes that you need to do. And to know that I'm there when you are feeling like you're going to fall off the wagon. So this is where the energies come forth. And for us to honor ourselves through it all. Cardamom is a really beautiful essential oil. Cardamom is really good for anger and releasing and letting, to sort of smooth things out. So cardamom essential oil, putting that in your diffuser is really good. Marigine, which is really good for the heart energy and the chakra energy for cleansing and clearing any hurts or pains that are there too. You can use a little bit of marjoram on your, on your focal points, on your wrist, on your ankles, on the side of your knee, those areas, right in here too, where we, so put a little dab of perfume on. It is one of the ones that we are seasoning. The other thing that I've been telling, for my group, and we did the karmic release this weekend, is a basil bath. So how to do a basil bath is that you steep basil like you would tea, like you pour it and you bring it and you just steep it. You just put the tea part in your bath water, and then you allow yourself to soak in the bath water. Things like that will help us to go through a lot of the transitions that are happening with us, and we might be feeling they're happening to us. But remember, we are a child of the universe. Everything is unfolding exactly the way it needs to unfold. This is where we are coming into beautiful energies of transformation and change for us all. And there is where I read a prayer to my group this weekend too, that I want to, can I find it? Can I find it? Yes. Here's a little prayer for us. To the Creator, whose mercy endureth forever, I lift my voice in prayer. To the Father Spirit, whose presence lift my path, I lift my mind in prayer. To Mother Spirits, whose love is the source of my life, I lift my spirit in prayer. I am thankful for the endearing and everlasting mercy, light, and love in my life. I know I am watched by protective eyes, so I can never fail or fall. I know I am surrounded by unconditional love, so I am never alone. I know I am guided by clarity and strength, so I shall never lose my way. I am protected, I am guided, I am loved, I am thankful. That's a beautiful prayer, a prayer for spiritual strength, a prayer to help us, to guide us through these turbulent energies that are coming forth. And especially as the buildup of Mars going into Leo this week, and the solar eclipse and the whole bit is really bringing in some crazy energies. So I want you guys all to really honor yourself upon this journey. Know that you are loved. Know that you are protected. Bring in the Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. bring that forth, and just even for yourself in any situations that are going on in your world, bring in that blessing for yourself. Okay, I'm like, this is crazy week. So there's going to be something that's going to come in, pop up, and it's you're sick of the crazy energy. I know, I'm sick of it too. But unfortunately, there is I still see something happening at that summit, so I'm kind of, and then Mars will be in Leo, could cause some real radical energies coming in, some radical stuff coming forward. So, new moon mini readings are available. I'm starting to do the mini readings. So if you are wanting a mini reading, this reading is especially just for you, and it's about the moon energies, and they're $25. And so if you'd like to order one, get a hold of me. Okay, what's happening here? Anxiety was on another level this past weekend. Yes, it was. It was very high. It scares me when you say crazy energies. Yes, Cynthia. I know. It's it's being prepared for what's coming forward. It's being prepared in the transformations that are coming in. Things that are, I mean, we're seeing it in the States. We see a little bit of it here in Canada, and that has to do with, children being sent to school, and they're not identifying he, she, or anything like that. It's that energy that wants to make everything gender neutral, no identity, which is that is Aquarius energy, by the way, to be the same as everybody else. We're going to build the same. So this is where we don't, very much, if you've ever seen an iPhone factory video in China, everybody's dressed the same. Everybody, and nobody smiles. Everybody looks, everybody does what they need to do exactly the way. They're like little drones, and then go to work. And the thing is that everybody is housed. There's a housing system there for them, but there's nets around those houses. So, but we're not the same. We're not, Candace, but the energies that are coming in and what is being shown to people, and even young children are being indoctrinated with this, is letting them know that you are a neutral being, and that right down to, the critical race theory of that. And that's part of that Mars energy. That's part of, it's getting us to be aware of this, where if you say something, you're racist. It's like, when people were calling me white privileged, whatever. If you think that, cool. But I can show you people who are of color, who are East Indian, and that are more privileged than I am. It's being human, and be whoever you want to be, and just don't push it on me. Exactly. But the energies that are coming forward, and we're seeing it even with the lockdowns, and things that are happening. Ontario's the worst. I don't even know why the fuck they're still locked down. And it's the pushing of the vaccine. It's pushing of you doing what everybody needs you to do. It's pushing that I will give you football tickets, or I will give you concert tickets, and you get the vaccine, then you're a good little girl or boy. No, you're a good human. So now you can be like everybody else. This is where the energy is getting us to waken up. The eclipse is showing us that not everything is being seen. They're not holding Fauci accountable for his own actions and what he has done. He's still acting like a dumb fucking ass. I never liked the man, or our health minister either. She really bothers me too. I know she's in on some crazy fucking bullshit. But this is where the energies coming in. And even our deputy prime minister, I don't know what the fuck's going on with her. I mean, she's having this interview. She puts on the mask to pretend she's putting on the mask and then taking it off. None of them are following the goddamn rules. None of them are listening to anything that's going on out there. They're all being, they're all trying to get everybody to be these drones, to be so that they can bring in the changes that they want. Yes. Is there a change for a new world order? Yeah, there is. Is it going to work? Probably not. I don't think it will, because the light will win out. But it's frustrating. It's overwhelming, because many of you who listen to me, my channel's only at 131 people. Yes. Thank you, 131 subscribers to my YouTube channel, that this is the change. This is what's happening and needs to happen within the government. Has to totally be remantled. Totally. The whole thing. It's like the way that we've been doing things is totally has to be dismantled in some way, and bringing in the changes that need to be brought in, because so many go in. And once you're in there, I mean, come on. Deputy Prime Minister earns what? She doesn't give a fuck about anybody now. She's got an income of $200,000, plus everything else is paid for her, plus a pension that is going to give her $200,000 plus a year for the rest of her life. Plus everything else, medical and things like that, are all for her for the rest of her life. So she's set. Even our Governor General, who had to step down because of her shenanigans. This is where it has to change. This is where change has to happen, because there are, where we have to look at refunding, not defunding the government, maybe defunding the politicians, but refunding what we need to do as a culture, as humanitarians, and bringing the humanitarians in, where we can live and grow and inspire one another. That's the ideal. But there is so many ominous and craziness that's out there and deceitful, and it's being shown. It's being shown to us. We're being seen. I mean, we know that Putin's a dickhead. He goes around and fucking assassinates anybody who doesn't like him. We know that North Korea has a man who's starving his people, and same with that in China. We know that. But here it is. This is why Ho'oponopono is so powerful. It is so powerful, because if we say this and we see it, we do Ho'oponopono. We're sending that love. We're saying we're sorry. We're asking for forgiveness, and we're saying thank you. We're bringing that energy in, and that's where the fucking power is. And that's a hard thing, because each one of you who watch me are spiritual beings, and you know it, you feel it. It's frustrating. It's overwhelming. And we want to go in a fucking cave, close the cave, and tell everybody, fuck off. I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to see stupid Biden up there who can't even, there's more deaths, but less COVID and more people vaccine. But you're still wearing a fucking mask, and you're supposedly vaccinated, and you don't need to wear the mask if you're vaccinated. What the fuck is that? Really, I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. It just started to come in. That's the frustration of it all. Leo, when Mars goes into Leo, I'm sorry, that's war. I got to be straight up to you. That is fucking war. That is crazy energies, and with everything else that is hitting the fan right now, that is a play for war. Do I think Biden will be assassinated? Maybe in some way. There's something there that's happening, but they're going to blame the wrong person for it, as usual. Very similar to KF's John F. K. That's where the energies are at, which is very much the prelude to World War I. And the same thing that happened to the prelude to the American Revolution. So we have, this energy that wants to make positive change and radical change, but, we're going to hide people away. We're going to arrest. There are arrests being made right now, even in Canada. Things that, Melbourne just got fucking locked down for what? For what? Somebody has the sniffles? Nah, military police state? Yeah, it is. Do you have to really watch what you say and do when you're out there in public? Yeah, you do. But that's the thing, is that, the spiritual basis, that is the huge key. The spiritual basis isn't the scientific community. Scientific community is not a religion, but they're trying to make it a religion. They're trying to make it dogmatic. Science is not dogmatic. Science needs somebody who is thinking outside of the block. Science is the alchemist. It's changing. It's evolving. I knew the virus was man-made. I said it. I knew that. I knew that last year. And I said it. Anything with that's being with Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn is man-made. Is man-made. I've said it. I said it last year when it came out. I said there was a pandemic. I said there was going to be more lockdowns. Do you think we're going to have another lockdown after Stampede? There's going to be something going to come down. Right? There's going to be something come down. And this is where change is coming in. It has to crank you to a fucking point till you're ready to explode so that you can bring the changes in. Because if you sit there as a passive ass in the corner doing shit, watching Netflix, it ain't gonna change. It's not. And many of us don't want to get involved. We don't want to do that. It's a lot of energy. It's overwhelming. There's so much there. But what we can do is to change within ourselves. Change within ourselves. Do what we need to do for us. 1, plant a garden if you can plant a garden. I'm not a gardener, but hey, there's gardeners out there. God bless you. Plant a garden and I'll buy off you. So planting a garden, making sure that you are putting the reserves that you need for your family. That's number 1. This is for you to create the community and the people that you want around you. That is what's going to be the most important thing with the changes that are going to come in. If not, have you watched The Time Traveling Man for 3035? It's on Tubi. No, I haven't, but might have to watch it now. But that's it. The crazy energies of my dreams that I've been seeing have been really fucked up and crazy. And I know I have to stay grounded. I know I have to keep the light going. Do I want to go in the corner and grab a bottle of wine and say, fuck it all and go sit on a beach? I would love to. But that's not what my job is. My job is from God. I have been told my job is to show up, do my meditations with a group, grow my meditation group. That's what I've been told to do. Grow your meditation group. Start doing this program, starting it. Do I like it? Not all the time, but I'm doing it. Be there, do my courses, be there for people to do their natal charts, their readings and guidance and come into the spiritual coaching. That's what I'm being guided to do. And that's anytime I don't follow it, they let me know. And that's not for everybody. Just saying, it's not for everybody. But this is where holding space for others to do it. Being the cauldron, that's what I am. I am the cauldron. I am the cauldron that holds the space for people to grow and transform. I am the cauldron that helps you to break out of that cocoon, to allow you to fly into the direction that you need to fly in. And I am the cauldron that allows you to be your own unique, beautiful, sexy, scrumptious, joyous, vulnerable woman or man you are. And allow yourself to identify yourself that way. That's where we need to go. That's the truth of even this week that's coming forward and the changes that are coming in. It is fucked up. It is crazy. It is where sometimes we just don't want to go there. We just don't want to do that. But Ho'oponopono it, baby. Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. Let's bring in the mana. Let's bring in that beautiful energy so that we can grow and that we know that we are more powerful than any fucking darkness that wants to take us over or anybody who wants to make us a goddamn clone and call us birthing people. Like, fuck off. I'm not a birthing person. I am a mother. I gave birth to a child, a male child and a female child, 3 males, 1 female. I gave birth to them. That's what I am. That is part of who I am. And I honor that. I honor that part and I love that part. And that's what all of us need to honor. with inside ourselves. Honor that you are a woman, honor that you are a man, honor your child as who they are. Pretty soon children are going to be born and they're not even going to put down the fucking gender. Gender is important because that is the growth. That is our growth. It is allowing us to identify. If it changes along the road, fine, it changes along the road. And that is okay when that time comes. But forcing it upon other people, I'm sorry, that's the other crazy bullshit fucking shit that's coming in. And I will speak out. Am I politically incorrect? Probably. Am I a racist? Well, I guess so. I will take that too because I'm white. I'm white. I'm a racist. So God help me, you know? And it's not that I'm a racist. I just speak out. And so should everybody else. Speak out with your truth, with your love, but speak it out with love and dignity, not to disgrace somebody, not to put somebody down. You know, that's not where I'm going. God bless anybody who's going through any changes within their life, sexual or otherwise. But it's honoring that journey and being truthful in the journey. Truthful in the journey. If you are confused upon the journey, then maybe you need to halt and take a moment and allow yourself to do some real shadow work with inside yourself. That's we're bringing the change. That's a hard part because that means I got to admit some things that maybe are not true that I thought were true. And maybe that means I have to get that whatever off my back and that and let it go. And that is fucking hard work. But that's part of what we need it to do. Healing, yes. Healing, lots of healing, proper education, but not educating a kindergarten kid on some stupid fucking woke shit. Educating on them understanding how to ground, how to express their feelings. How do you feel today, dear? I'm feeling angry. Okay. Why are you feeling? Did you know why you're feeling angry? No, I don't know why I'm feeling angry. I just feel angry. Fine. Do you want to sit here for a bit? Yes. Allowing them to acknowledge their feelings on where they're at. That's what we need to be teaching our children. Teaching our children to respect that person over there on whoever they are. You know, maybe there's a kid that comes in and teaching the kid not to laugh because that child, likes to wear vibrant green every day. And maybe you think it's funny, but he likes the color. Okay, you like the color? Good, you like the color. I'm not going to wear vibrant green, but you can. That's what needs to be taught in our schools, I think. And teaching kids how to create harmony, plant a tree, get in contact with the earth, learning and understanding and helping them to cultivate, their science skills, their math skills and literature in order to read and understand. And there's so much out there. You know how hard it is to find ancient history nowadays? Very hard. They want to cancel it out. They don't want you to be reading that ancient history. They don't want to read any of those books because those books have information for our growth and transformation so that we can become more beautiful, harmonious, loving creatures in this world. History does repeat itself. We don't want it, but it does. But the only way is through truth that it comes through. So today, play some funky music and allow some of that energy out. Be honest and truthful with yourself as we walk upon this earth. And if there's something overwhelming and you just like you're ready to explode, ho'oponopono it and bring that energy in. Healing is a big one. Healing with this new moon that is going to be going over the North Pole, hitting parts of Russia and parts of Norway. Very interesting. How the last one was hitting parts of China and the North Pacific Sea. And this one is hitting Russia. So shit's going to be hitting the fan, baby. But let us be able to have the umbrella so it doesn't hit us, and we stand in our sunshine and allow our rays to shine out so others can do the same upon this journey. Have a blessed one, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. Ho'onoponopono, ho'onoponopono, ho'onoponopono to you all. Blessings. Talk to you soon.